Today's topic, life. We all live it, we all like it, we all love it. We might learn from it. You never know. Stay tuned for today because we might learn a couple of life lessons. Hi there, welcome to Hymie's place. I'm glad you could join me again. Thanks to all your subscribers for checking back in. That's fantastic. And to all you new people, if you want to subscribe, all you need to do is click that little button down below and you too can be a subscriber and get all these words of wisdom from Hymie. You never know what's going to come up on this channel. So click that notifications box and you'll know when we're coming up. Okay, today what are we talking about? Well, I thought today I might even do a few series on this one. Just about life. Things I've learnt in my past, things that I've been taught, you know, like from my dad and things like that. Things I've picked up, things I've taught to my kids, you know, just life in general. Basic understanding of life and things that go on, you know. The reason I thought I'd do this one is because I was just chatting with a friend and she brought back memories of when we used to talk, and her partner, one of his life philosophies was treat others as you want to be treated. Which is a great philosophy. I brought my kids up on that philosophy. You know, in roundabout words, I said, well, if you don't want it done to you, don't do it to anybody else, and you'll be right. And the words of my father, don't lie, don't cheat, and don't steal. You know, there's only one thing worse than a thief, and that's a liar. And that was my dad. And he taught me that lesson. You know, he taught me that lesson from when I was really young. I think I was about four and a half, and I went to the chemist with my mother, and I stole a little spaceman. It's only a little toy about that big, you know. And I didn't tell anyone. I put it in my pocket and we walked home. And later that evening, the lady that worked in the chemist used to live next door to me. And she come in and she told Mum she seen me steal it. Oh, Mum and Dad were horrified. Yeah, Dad marched me back up the chemist for whatever it was worth, 5 pence or a couple of pennies, whatever it was, you know. Marched me back up to the chemist, told me to apologise for stealing it, give it back to them. But then, after I gave it back to them, he bought it. He paid for it, and he brought it home. And he sat it on the television. So every time we watched TV, here was this little thing. You know, not there was much TV back in those days, but there was a little bit. This little thing, I wasn't allowed to play with it. It just sat there. Sat there for ages. This little space toy. You know, that wasn't long before we were coming to Australia. But I wasn't allowed to touch it. Right? And it sat on the TV forever, and I wasn't allowed to play with it. And that was a big life lesson, you know, if you steal, these things happen. He even brought it to Australia. When we come out to Australia, he brought it with him, and it sat on the TV there as well. So that's a long learned lesson, that one. You know, my dad was good at giving lessons. I got to say, he was a good man, my old man. He was a good bloke, you know. He punished you when you need to be punished. But I think later in life you get to learn. I think he learnt in his life. I think he was a better grandfather than he was a father. That's not putting him down. He's a good bloke, right? He taught me lots of lessons. But I'm just saying, when I see him with his grandkids, like my brother's daughters and things, and my sister's kids, and even my kids, you know, he was a really good grandfather. He was a good bloke. He was a good grandfather. You know, as a father, I thought he was a bit hard. You know, he was a bit hard. He used to bring off his belt too often, but that's the way it was back in those days. You know, the kids nowadays don't understand what us oldies went through. Yes, people were allowed to hit us. Teachers were allowed to hit us. Parents were allowed to hit us. Police were allowed to hit us. Everybody was allowed to hit us. So if you didn't get it through your thick skull that you weren't allowed to do these things, then you just kept getting belted. You know, I had a few beltings in my life, you know, but I'm proud of it. But most of them I deserved. A couple of them I'd say, or maybe not. But that was a life lesson though, you know. Don't steal, don't cheat, and don't lie, okay? And as I said, for my kids, treat others how you want to be treated, you know. And that was a big part of my upbringing of my kids, you know. And I think I've done a pretty good job. They're pretty good little human beings. They're not little anymore, you know. As I've mentioned before in other videos, they're about 30 now. So, but I think it was a good life lesson, you know. But yeah, on this little series, I'm just going to have little chats like that, you know, and I'll probably have another one when I come back. I'll throw in a couple of people here and see what their words of wisdom is. Because every time I've done an interview over the last month or so, I've asked the people at the end of the interview, what is a lesson that you've learnt in life? What is something that you can share with the viewers that might help them out? So I'll throw a couple in on each of these series. So let's have a listen to them, and I'll come back again after that. All right, talk to you soon. So let's start with your name.
Khalil.
Khalil. First to meet you, Khalil. Where are you from?
I'm from Tahiti.
Tahiti?
Yes.
Really? Oh, mate.
Live here.
Okay. Well, I can honestly say you're the first Tahitian I've ever met. No?
Oh, well, there you go. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. A life hack or something in your life that's made your life better that you can give to the people that might improve their life.
Life hack, responsibility. As soon as you put blame on something else or someone else, then you deprive yourself of responsibility, and if you don't have that responsibility of anything, then you lose the opportunity for growth. And people give out responsibility to others like they don't want growth. I don't understand that. That would be my life hack. Be responsible for yourself and be responsible for others as well.
We're here with Tony. Tony's agreed to give me a few words or a few of his thoughts on the words I'm about to throw at him. It's a little bit of a word association thing, mate, so don't be worried. It's all right, you'll be safe.
Not worried.
All right, so just let me know what these words mean to you. Something in your life that has either happened, you've done, you've seen, whatever, that you have learnt from, which you can share with the people.
I'd say never give up is something I learnt, and that was when I was young. I learnt that from sport, and it didn't just stop at sport though. It goes through everywhere. So you could be doing well when you're young in sport at school, and if you're determined, and even if you lose, you've got to lose to win. So never give up, and just that attitude from a young age through to the end of whenever you last to is good, because if you never give up, you'll achieve your goal. So
that's a lesson in life, never give up.
Never give up.
That's the way. As in one of my videos I said, quitters never win and winners never quit. So there we go. We heard from Khalil and Tony there. Thanks for that, boys. I appreciate it. To all the people that have done the interviews throughout these series, I really do appreciate it. Yeah, but taking responsibility and then never giving up. They're two pretty good things to learn in life. Take responsibility. Own up for it. Man up, as they say. It's a good life lesson. If you've done something, own up to it. Don't shy away from it. Stand up and say, yeah, it was me. Cop the consequences and then move on with your life. It's better than walking around with guilt in your life if you're that type of person that feels guilty. I hope you are. And you'll feel better. It's better for you as well. Take responsibility for your actions. There's no use about lying and dodging a bullet. I mean, it's a good lesson in life. So Khalil was well spoken there. I mean, sorry about all the noise in his interview, but it's well spoken. And it is a really good lesson. Own it. If you do it, own it. Okay. And Tony, never give up. He was a long distance runner. Tony, he is a champion at running. Back in the days, and that would have been his philosophy. Well, it is his philosophy. Don't give up, and then he took it into life as well. You just don't give up on stuff, and I think I've said that in a few other videos. Just keep going, and keep going. You can keep going, and you can keep going. It's that thing. Have belief in yourself. If you have that belief, and that belief keeps you going towards the end goal. And that's it. Just don't give up. If you've got something in mind, just keep going. So there's a couple of really good life lessons. All right. So take responsibility. And keep going, and the other one, treat others as you want to be treated. Well, there you go. Look, if you've got some life lessons, I'd love to hear from you. Right? You can make comments down below. That'd be fantastic. Share your life lessons. There's a few people that'd like to hear them. That's for sure. We can get involved in the conversation. I appreciate you watching. I really do, and I appreciate your time that you spend with me here. Right? Don't give up on me. We'll keep going. Okay. So, look, I hope to see you in the future. All right. And don't forget to comment down below. That'd be great. All right. We'll do a series on this. So we'll talk about life again. I've got a few more lessons in there. Okay. I'll talk to you again soon. Thanks for your time. Bye.